Here we are at an all-raw restaurant called The Fix in Nevada City, California. Look at all these awesome, delicious vegan desserts. I want to eat all of it right now. So we're hanging out with Mariah right now, and she's gonna crack open a durian. Now this is my first experience, and I'm kind of nervous because I've heard good and bad things about it. It's either amazing or people hate it. So
absolutely. I mean, what they say, I grew up in Hawaii, and so I grew up eating durian and absolutely loved it. But what they say is it like smells like hell and tastes like heaven. And so it's like kind of the balance between the two things. And here at The Fix, we mix with coconut milk and cinnamon and dates and vanilla beans and things, and we make like this amazing concoction. So you're not just eating the raw durian, which is sometimes a little bit too much for people.
Okay.
But it's really interesting because we are a raw food restaurant. People will walk in and be like, "You have a propane link," and we're like, "We don't have a stove, so we don't have propane." But it's just the durian. At times, sometimes it's like really ripe. So.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we pick it up from the Asian market since we're not in Hawaii anymore and get it fresh, and then we thaw it out from this in its whole form, and then we get the seeds. And the really cool thing about durian is it has these seams in it, so even though it's really spiky, you can kind of just with your fingers push it open and it pops apart. It's really cool. So it's like here, you just, of course we're gonna see, so it just like pops open.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's the it's really cool. It has tons of protein actually for a fruit. And also my favorite little factoid about it is that tigers eat it, and I feel like anything a tiger eats, you're like, I want to eat that.
A tiger eats it, I'm gonna eat it.
So then you get these pods, and there's like this fleshy fruit meat on it, and then it has these little seeds on the inside. And then you just take that out, and then we blend that and make a smoothie with that.
Oh.
Throw these guys away. And then, so there's a lot of throw away from it. It's very like...
Right. There's a very small piece that you can use.
Exactly. Coming to Northern California, it's pretty expensive to get it shipped and everything, especially because you have to get it in the shell.
Maybe I can make a shield out of it. What do you guys think?
We actually have people that have done that. They're like, they for a month come and collect our durian, and then they'll cut it and they dry it in the dehydrator, and then they totally made a shield.
Like a helmet kind of thing?
Absolutely, and it actually turned out really cool. Great. There we go. Discover durian.
Oh, it's slimy. So I just pop this right in my mouth?
You do. Just the flesh. You don't eat the seed.
It tastes like something that I've had. It tastes like something that I've had before. I love it. I think it's great. You want to try some?
I'm going to let you try some of this. So, vanilla durian milkshake with a little fresh nutmeg.
Ooh. I can still definitely taste the durian in there.
You should.
But it's got all this other delicious stuff in it too.
Absolutely.
So.
Makes it a little bit more palatable for people that aren't as fearless as you.
I'm fearless. It's good though. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to Ariana. She works here at The Fix, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the story behind what you guys are about.
Yeah, well, here you are. Seeing The Fix 5 years later, it has changed a lot since day one. Mm-hmm. You know, you get better and better every day. We decided to start the restaurant after my brother got hit by a car 9 years ago and got his left leg amputated. And he was a pro-am skateboarder before his accident, and he needed so much support nutrition-wise and family-wise and community-wise to get back on his feet literally and figuratively and get to do a lot of sports that he had never done before. So we moved here to the mountains so he could snowboard all the time, and now he's going to the Paralympics in Sochi, Russia for para-snowboard cross.
Amazing.
So it took a lot of really thought out nutritional planning for him to heal 5 inches of bone that had come out of his body at time of impact of getting hit by a car, and it was the miracle of these superfoods from all over the world that really did the impossible. His doctors believe in miracles now, and they're like, "What are you doing? Like, what is that?" And we tell them about it, and they just get really confused and they go, "Okay, you just keep doing that. I suppose it's working." And
was he just strictly raw for a long time?
Yeah, my parents raised us on an organic fruit and vegetable farm on the Hana side of Maui, which is super rural, boonies, but perfect rainforest for gardening and everything. And so they raised us like this and homeschooled us since we were really little. And so it kind of gave us a really good foundation of health. And it wasn't until we moved off of the island and onto the mainland and realized how hard it was actually to stay raw or just healthy, not even like raw food or anything. And getting in touch with your local farmers markets and all the incredible people in your community who are making different products and things, really creating a hub for people to come and trust their food, trust what you're serving them, trust what they're eating if they're really incredibly allergic to something, or you put something in your mouth that isn't good for you and you are immediately in pain. And if you go out to eat and you tell your server that tells the chef that, you know, and they hardly care, that like, oh, I can't eat arugula or I can't eat peanuts or whatever, and they're like, yeah, okay, God, you're just one more person like that.
Yeah.
And then somehow, because maybe parts of the dish that they're making are pre-packaged, they don't even know exactly what's in it, and people can get in real trouble. So people decide eventually just to stop eating out. And that's what we offer people, the chance to relax and get to have a meal out. I've had people who have never had dessert in 20 years sobbing because they can eat my key lime pie or anything, and because everything is whole ingredients, you know exactly what's in it. And they're like, I can't do garlic. You're like, fine, I'll leave it out because it's just a whole garlic clove.
Now, how long have you guys been open serving raw foods for?
We just celebrated our 5-year anniversary of being open February 14th.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, huh?
Yeah, Valentine's Day. So it's been 5 years. I was 17 when I started this with my sister-in-law, who you saw with the Durian. She's married to my brother. She and I have been best friends since we were 7, and now we're sister-in-laws. And the three of us started it 5 years ago, and it was just a little cafe back then, and
it's growing into this.
It's got a life of its own at this point. It is its own monster, and we work for it.
Right, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What's a favorite dish here that everybody comes in to get?
Well, you know, our Strong Witch. My last name is Strong, Ariana Strong. The Strong Witch is probably the most popular thing. I swear, if we took everything off the menu and just kept our Strong Witch, we would be fine. I mean,
that's how good it is.
Oh my God, yeah. There are people who've been coming in since we opened. The first time they saw the Strong Witch on the menu and they're like, oh my God, that looks great, I'll get it. And they have not strawed from it at all. Like, I'm like, you know, we have these incredible options on our menu, like really branch out. They're like, no, I can't risk it.
If I find something that I like, I stick with it, because if I get something else that I don't like, then I wasted that experience on something. Like, darn it.
Exactly. And that's where I say I'm like 100% guarantee you will like something else too. And people ask me, what's your favorite? I'm like, well, if it wasn't my favorite, it wouldn't be on the menu in the first place. You're in good hands, you know? But the Strong Witch is really incredible. It's got like really yummy sprouted raw seed bread, and then our Brazil nut pesto that we make without Parmesan, so it's vegan, and then an olive tapenade, which is like a medley of olives and mushroom and sun-dried tomatoes. And then on top of that, we put raw cheddar, which you can also do our Brazil nut feta as a vegan option, vegan cheese. And then our house-made sauerkraut. We brew like 15 gallons of sauerkraut a week.
Wow.
We go through so many Strong Witches, and we make Reubens and things too. And then we top it with nutritional yeast and dulse seaweed, and it's served with a big side salad. And then
oh man, those desserts, they look delicious. When I first walked in, I was like, I'll have all of that, please. Well, thank you very much for letting us come in and do this interview with us, and thank you for giving me my first Durian experience.
Yes. I'm sure you're already feeling the uplifting effect. Durian, it has all the essential and amino fatty acids your brain needs. It stimulates the dopamine receptors in your brain. It's an aphrodisiac. It's high in sulfur and tryptophan, like turkey. And yeah, it's just a happy fruit. You feel really good. Your brain just turns on, and if people come in and they're having a bad day, I'm like, just order the durian.
It just turns it around?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to go take on the world now.